What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel with a video on Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. In this video, we're going to ask the question, should you be pulling for Barrett's MICROLASER and Aerith's Snowflake weapons, which are going to be coming out very soon in conjunction with the Christmas event. Before I get started on this video, I just want to let you guys know that I am still playing Ever Crisis. I did take a bit of a break, especially after my third son was born last week, because I was getting a little burnt out with the game and wasn't really motivated to create content on it. But after downloading the Steam version as of last night and playing the game on the PC client, man, does it actually really enhance the experience, and I am very much more motivated now to stream this game again and also create content on it. So I didn't quit or anything like that, but I did just take a small break because it was getting a bit monotonous. But now that the PC client is out, here we go. We're going to go ahead and continue making content on this game. Speaking of the Steam version, man, look how beautiful Lucia looks. And yes, I only set this as my wallpaper because she is my waifu in this game, you know, so you guys know how I feel about Lucia. But yeah, this looks beautiful. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and talk about the two upcoming weapons for Ever Crisis. The first being Barrett's MICROLASER. So Barrett's MICROLASER gives him the ability Stalwart Faith. What this does is it pretty much increases a single ally's magic attack and also restores their HP and grants regen. The HP heal is not very high, but you do get that regen. I believe we had a weapon already similar to this. It was the Aerith weapon from the FF9 collaboration event. So if you have that, probably don't really need this. The R abilities that you get off of it are boost heal and boost fire resistance, which are pretty interesting. So this pretty much effectively makes Barrett like a supportive healer, or like an off healer if you want to say, boosting somebody's magic attack and then also giving him a small heal and a regen. If you want to know what the stats are at OB10, you get 475 physical attack, 513 magic attack, and 212 heal. And it also gives you support materia of attack boost 1, magic attack boost 1, and all cure spells 1. So it's a pretty interesting weapon. Again, if you have something already similar to this, which was the FF9 collaboration weapon for Aerith, I believe it does the same thing. Quote me if I'm wrong on that on the comment section below, but I believe it does something similar to that. So if you already have that, you may not need this weapon, but it's a cool weapon to have if you want something supportive for Barrett. Now, the second weapon I find a lot more interesting, which is going to be Aerith's Snowflake weapon. They could have called it Snowflake Rod or something, or Blizzard Staff. I don't know. Calling it Snowflake sounds weird. But anyways, it gives her the ability called Snow Spell, which is pretty much an ice magic attack. It is single target, but it also has an effect of magic defense down, which is super useful. And you also get two really good reinforcement abilities in boost magic attack and boost ice potency, which will definitely help this weapon's damage output out. Now at the OB10 boosted weapon, you get 398 physical attack, 544 magic attack, which is a lot, and then 235 heal, and the supportive materia that you get is going to be attack boost 1, magic attack boost 1, and all cure spells 1. So it has pretty much the same supportive materia as the Barrett weapon, but I think that it makes more sense for this weapon since this weapon is actually dealing damage. It's definitely the more interesting of the two weapons that are going to be featured on this upcoming banner. Now, the costume that you could get from this, there's only one, which I find interesting that they went with this route. Kind of reminds me of the Sephiroth Lucia banner that came out a while back. But this one is going to be giving her the Fairy of Snowfall costume. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just look at Aerith, right? Gives her boost HP and also ice mastery. So if you're going to be running her as an ice damage dealer, this is what you're going to be getting out of it. So definitely a cool costume. It's awesome for a lot of the Aerith fans out there. I can see you guys pulling for this because it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, objectively speaking, should we be pulling for these weapons? Now, if you've been playing since day one and you already have access to another form of ice damage, specifically magic in Sephiroth's weapon that came out, a while back. Even though that doesn't have the magic defense down, there's other sources where you could have that effect. I personally don't think you should really be pulling on this banner. One, it's not a limited time weapon like the Final Fantasy IX collaboration weapons, so you could always wish list these items. But if you are lacking some sort of like an ice damage weapon and you want something with a little bit more oomph compared to the materia that you could craft, then it's definitely something to consider if you are looking for another source of ice damage. Now, in terms of Barrett's weapon, I think it's cool. I just don't really see the use of it personally. I know that the magic attack increase is pretty good, but the thing is, it only targets one ally, and personally, I would rather spend my ATB gauge doing something else, such as dealing more damage or some sort of other supportive ability, like maybe buffing up everybody's defenses if I were using Barrett. But it's all right. It's an okay weapon to have, but I really don't think it's worth gunning for as hard as the Aerith weapon. But again, if you are a day one player, you've been playing for a while now, and you already have access to, for example, Sephiroth's weapon, I think honestly this banner is a pass. What's really selling it is that costume, because I tell you, every costume or almost every costume that's been released, it's like really tempting that, that pull itch for everybody. But again, if we're looking at it objectively, if you already have specific weapons that have already come out in the past, I think it's worth saving, especially because it's been hinted that a certain new character is coming out that we've all been waiting for, who likes to steal our materia. So if you want to wait for her, then definitely I would hold off for the time being, since we do have some time if you want to wait on pulling on this banner. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you going to be pulling for these two weapons? Which one are you going to be going for? What do you think of Aerith's costume? So let me know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and stay blessed, everybody.